Good morning. Welcome back to our daily cafe chat. I am Emily.
And I am Lisa. I've got my coffee and I'm ready to go.
TGIF, everyone. It is finally Friday, February 27th, 2026, and I am so ready for the weekend.
We can make it. What is on the menu for today?
We have great stories today. First, a historic upset at the BAFTAs, the British Academy Film Awards.
Wait, like the movie awards?
Yes! Second, India's booming fashion market taking over small towns.
Interesting.
And third, the very secret weakness of bedbugs.
Oh, that last one is going to make me itchy, but I am ready.
Let's go. But first, if you are new here, welcome! Every day, we do a 10-minute conversation about real news to help you build natural English skills.
We turn hard news into a casual cafe chat. No boring textbooks.
It is perfect for listening and shadowing practice. Please subscribe to learn everyday English easily. And for everyone watching, today's keyword is kryptonite.
Kryptonite? Like Superman's ultimate weakness?
Yes, exactly. We use it to talk about anyone's biggest weakness or vulnerability.
Ah, got it. As in, a broken office coffee machine is my kryptonite on a Friday.
Perfect example. Let's see how it ties into our stories. Ready to dive in?
I am ready. Let's start with our first news.
Let's start with a major whoa moment from the entertainment world. Robert Aramayo just did something absolutely impossible at the BAFTA Film Awards in London. Wait, what exactly did he do? Did he fall off the stage or something? No, much better than that. He won Best Leading Actor for his incredible role in the film I Swear. But here is the massive kicker. He also won the Rising Star Award on the exact same night. Wait, seriously? Has anyone ever won both of those awards at the same time before? Never. He is literally the very first person in the entire history of the BAFTAs to win both in one evening. Oh my gosh, he must have been completely shocked when they called his name twice. Completely, especially since he was up against absolute Hollywood legends for Best Actor. He actually beat out heavyweights like Leonardo DiCaprio and Timothée Chalamet. Wow, talk about the ultimate underdog story. Beating DiCaprio is seriously impressive. His performance was just that powerful. He played John Davidson, which is a real-life Tourette syndrome activist. The critics said his portrayal was so raw and authentic that the Academy simply could not ignore him. That must have been so incredibly hard to act. I cannot even imagine doing that. Exactly. To portray those physical tics accurately without making it look like a caricature takes insane talent. He spent months working closely with the Tourette community just to get everything perfectly right. Wow, he really did his homework. Do you think this sets him up for an Oscar now? Many people are predicting exactly that. The BAFTAs are usually a very strong indicator for the Academy Awards. Honestly, I loved his acting in The Rings of Power a few years ago, but this is next level. It really is. It firmly cements him as one of the best actors of his generation overnight. I am definitely adding I Swear to my movie watch list for this weekend. Moving gracefully from the glamorous red carpet to the sprawling streets of India. Lisa, have you ever heard of the clothing brands Zudio or Trends?
No, I do not think so. Are they those super cheap online fashion brands?
Exactly. Budget fast fashion is absolutely taking small-town India by storm right now. Big Indian conglomerates like the Tata Group and Reliance are aggressively expanding these stores into rural areas. So how cheap are we actually talking here? Like fast food cheap? Try $4 to $15 per clothing item. It is roughly 350 to 1,250 rupees. What? $4? That is incredibly cheap for a branded piece of clothing in a real store. It really is. And because of this, people are completely abandoning traditional local street markets. They are moving away from unbranded clothes and flocking to these massive, air-conditioned retail stores instead.
Honestly, I totally get it. Everyone wants to look trendy and feel like they're buying a known brand. It doesn't matter where you live. People want that modern brand experience when they shop.
Right. And for decades, finding affordable, stylish clothing in smaller Indian cities was practically impossible. If you wanted trendy fashion, you usually had to travel to a major metropolis like Mumbai or Delhi. But now it sounds like the trendy fashion is finally coming directly to them. Exactly. It represents a huge cultural shift in how an entire nation shops. It's no longer just about buying the cheapest fabric available. It's entirely about personal style and identity.
But wait, what about the people selling clothes on the street? Do they just lose their jobs?
That's the dark side of this boom. The local mom-and-pop shops are struggling to survive against these massive corporations. But there's also a huge environmental impact. Producing millions of $4 shirts creates a mountain of waste globally.
Fast fashion is always so complicated. You get cheap clothes, but the local economy and the earth pay for it.
Exactly. It brings modernization and style to small towns, but at a very high, unseen cost.
Yeah. Ultimately, I just hope those $4 shirts at least last more than one wash.
Okay, and for our final and admittedly slightly itchy topic of the day, bedbugs.
No. Just hearing the words bedbugs makes my skin crawl instantly.
I know. But wait, this is actually really good news, I promise. Scientists have recently discovered that bedbugs have a brand new kryptonite.
A kryptonite? What is it? Do we finally have a laser that zaps them?
Not quite a laser. It turns out their biggest fear in the whole world is actually just water.
Water? Like plain old normal H2O from the tap?
Yup. A new scientific study revealed that they will avoid wet surfaces at all costs. They absolutely hate moisture.
Seriously? Why? Do they melt like the Wicked Witch of the West or something?
Not exactly melting, but something close. If they touch water, they actually get stuck. Their tiny little breathing holes, which are called spiracles, get completely blocked by the surface tension of the water.
Wait, so a tiny drop of water basically suffocates them?
Exactly. Because of their microscopic size, water acts like an inescapable sticky trap for them.
Okay, that is super intense. But wait, how do people normally get rid of them right now? Bug spray?
Exterminators usually have to heat an entire room to over 120 degrees Fahrenheit to kill them, or they use highly toxic pesticides that make you leave your house for days.
What? Over 120 degrees? That is basically cooking your own bedroom.
Yes, and sometimes people just end up throwing away perfectly good mattresses out of pure desperation.
Oh my gosh, I would cry if I had to throw out my bed. So this water thing is a total lifesaver.
Exactly. It means scientists might be able to create highly effective non-toxic traps using just basic moisture.
That would be amazing. No more spraying harsh, smelly chemicals where we sleep.
Right. We could just use high humidity or wet barriers to keep them out of our beds for good.
Finally, a clean and cheap way to deal with the absolute worst roommates in existence.
Historic movie wins, an Indian fashion revolution, and finally finding the ultimate bug-proofing method. What a jam-packed Friday episode.
It definitely was. We covered a lot of ground today. So, let us turn it over to our listeners. What would your personal kryptonite be?
Oh, that is a great question. Let us know your funny answers down in the comments.
And for you, Lisa, what is your ultimate kryptonite?
Mine is definitely a Friday afternoon where the office coffee machine is broken. I simply cannot function.
I think we can all relate to that one.
Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. Please remember to subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed our chat.
Yes, please like and share. We will be right back here tomorrow with more fresh news to help you learn natural English.
Have an absolutely wonderful weekend, everyone. Stay curious.
Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.